welcome to this stream on youtube.com/JohnnyKiodini. That's me, I am Johnny Chiodini, and today we're playing the Beekeeper's Picnic, which is a game about a certain retired investigator, just trying to have a picnic, just trying to throw a picnic for his lovely friend. Here's what it looks like. You should be able to hear some gentle piano music. I think this is going to be great. I had this recommended to me by my friend Alice. And I've been meaning to play it for bloody ages, and I'm really excited to do it now. I think we should jump straight in, because I think we just should. Start a new game? Yes. London, 1903. Oh.
Well, I was correct in my summation then. This is where the printing press created by the master counterfeiter Prescott was hidden.
That's right, it's a Sherlock Holmes game. Piper Barnes says, "Hey, I did not sleep well, read at all last night, so this one might be a nap stream for me, Skellies." You do what you need to do, Piper. Sleep well.
There must be 2,000 counterfeit notes here. If all these had entered circulation, the Bank of England would have been severely undermined.
Ooh. Hyperinflation? Uh-oh.
Now we only have to wait and catch the bird returning to its nest.
Okay.
You think this man, Prescott, will return here?
No. He was killed. It is his murderer I mean to catch. James Winter, alias Killer Evans, known to have shot 3 men in the States.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. I was kicked in the States once. I've never quite recovered. Wahey! Wraith Vines has done a super chat saying, "I gave my sweet little kitty a tender kiss upon his furry brow. The look I got in return spoke volumes. I fear retaliation will be swift and merciless. It was nice knowing you all. Worth it. Worth it."
Well, if our Wild West friend tries to live up to his nickname, I will be ready for him. I have my revolver.
Hell yeah, get him, Watson.
Good old Watson.
That was quick.
Stay where you are, Mr. Evans, if you value your life. You have a gun trained on you, and Scotland Yard will be with us in a few moments. I would advise surrender.
Well,
Ooh.
I guess you've been one too many for me, Mr. Holmes. Saw through my game, I suppose, and played me for a sucker from the front.
Oh.
Well, sir, I hand it to you. You have me beat, and
No!
Watson!
Oof. Criminy.
You're not hurt, Watson. For God's sake, say that you are not hurt.
Scott Hutchinson says, "What are you playing this on, Johnny?" A personal computer on Steam.
It's nothing, Holmes. It's merely a scratch. Examine for yourself. It's just a flesh wound on my thigh.
Whoever's doing Watson is doing a really good job. It's very reminiscent of the Granada sort of ITV Jeremy Brett ones.
You're right. It is quite superficial.
Sorry, one sec. Beep, 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 beep.
Is Killer Evans?
He's been killed, Evans.
Yes. A clear case of self-defense on your part, dear fellow. Perhaps it is just as well that it should end this way. If he had killed you.
Call Me Mug has done a super chat saying, "Love Holmes stories, and I've got amazing news this week that I have my first proper software engineering job after the big career change. Celebratory virtual pint for Johnny." Thank you, and congratulations, more importantly. That's fantastic news. That is excellent.
I would not have let him get out of this room alive.
Oh, bloody hell, Holmes. That's very Jeremy Brett Sherlock Holmes looking.
Holmes, I do wish you would stop that.
Got the slipper with tobacco on the mantelpiece?
Stop what, precisely?
ruminating over my injury. You said yourself that it is a flesh wound, quite superficial. I will be back on my feet again in no time. You must stop worrying.
I was doing no such thing. I was considering an entirely different matter.
I may not be a master of observation, but I have known you long enough to think otherwise, my dear fellow.
There must be some way for me to help Watson. Making a close observation of him would be a good place to start.
Oh, we're playing as Holmes when he's not on a case and he's tempted by cocaine. Converse with photograph.
A memento of one of my early cases. It is a photograph of the late opera singer Irene Norton, née Adler, the woman who was able to utterly evade my traps. I'm always rather pleased that she did.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Persian slipper.
A single silk embroidered slipper in an oriental style. I lost its partner many years ago. Since then, it has been used as a receptacle for tobacco.
Yes. A curious decision. Beaker. Me 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 me.
A well-used set of chemist's equipment. The solutions to some of my most complex cases have been brought here, over Bunsen burner and beaker.
Speaking of beaker.
A newly washed glass beaker.
Yes. Let's talk to the chemistry set.
Ah, my loyal beakers, my beloved Bunsen burner, my most excellent test tubes.
Oh, he is actually talking to it.
Do you have some experiment to perform, Holmes?
Not at present.
That was great.
The remains of Watson's dinner. From the colour of the sauce and a distinct smell, I think that this once held a portion of Mrs. Hudson's quite delightful curried lamb.
That's such a fun way of being able, just being like, oh, I know what you have for dinner. Smells like pizza in here. There's a pizza box on the floor. How was your pizza for dinner? But Holmes makes it sound like a masterful deduction. I deduct from a curious aroma of various ingredients on the air and the garish design on this cardboard here that you dined this evening on round dinner. How was it? Will says, I'm playing consulting detective tonight. Will be ace. I fucking love Sherlock Holmes consulting detective. It is the best thing. It's just like I really like a couple of times now I've been away on holiday with some friends and we've lit a fire in the fireplace, lounged around on sofas and played Sherlock Holmes consulting detective, calling each other Holmes. It's been like, listen to this, Holmes. Yes, Holmes? It's I love it. 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 It's great. Everyone have a look at Sherlock Holmes consulting detective. It's so good.
A delicious dish, which has sometimes even induced me to overindulge. However, it is quite spicy and salty.
Just like me.
I have just observed something important.
Oh.
I should enter my brain attic later in order to see if I can make any deductions.
The brain attic. Is this the brains? Oh my
Welcome
god.
to my brain attic.
Yes!
I like to think of my mind as space full of well-chosen materials, information which I can draw on in order to complete my work. I keep a record here of people who are significant to me, represented by portraits on the walls. The blackboard is very important. I use it to combine observations I've made in order to make deductions. Metaphorically, of course. You should not be here by rights. This is a place of facts, of logic. It is a distracting factor. Grit in a sensitive instrument. Yet I find I want him here all the same.
Aw, that's nice. Someone says, is that it? Abidosian Chulak 2 says, is that a knob on the blackboard? I don't think so. Deductions. Sorry, I should mention at the top of the stream, I am quite tired. So this is going to be quite a gentle stream, but I might also struggle to form sentences. Because it's been a busy week. I spent Tuesday and Wednesday all day filming the second half of the second series of Oxventure Weirdwood, so that's in the can now. I went to a gig last night, which was delightful. I got in the pit, which was fun. Even though after a minute in the pit, I was like, oh yeah, I ate dinner quite recently and I'm really full. But yeah, I'm very tired. So just bear with me. Facts you discover will appear in the box below. You can combine them to make deductions and further your investigation. Watson has eaten curried lamb. Aiden has done a super chat saying, is this the follow-up to I Commissioned Some Bees? I hope they're taking place in the same universe. Extended Beaniverse? No. Terrible. I have some important news to share with Watson when I know that he is quite comfortable. Interesting. Okay. Eto Parinka has done a super chat saying, waving high from another shift, gonna go into my brain attic to... Oh, fuck. Waving high from another shift, gonna go enter my brain attic and compile all the evidence I have in favour of me deserving a break now. With a giggling, smiling emoji and a red heart emoji. I hope you reach that conclusion swiftly and decisively, Eto Brinker. Snap says BCU. There it is. That's very good. Right. Can I help Watson? Watson insists that he does not require anything, but I want to be absolutely certain. I should examine him and the room for clues. All right. Mycroft.
My brother Mycroft. He is my superior in observation and deduction, although he does not have the energy or ambition to be a detective.
Oh.
Instead, he uses his capacity of storing facts in aid of the government. Indeed, it could be said that occasionally he is the British government.
Heavens. Unelected, is it? Questionable. Knowledge of the solar system.
I've been meaning to get rid of that. Clutters up the place.
That's such a good reference. Because yeah, in the Conan Doyle stories, there's a bit where like he doesn't know something quite basic about the solar system because it's not relevant, and he's pushed it out of his brain. I remember now. Right. Books and files. Books and files. Telephone. Flowers. Gasogene.
This is Watson's gasogene. It is quite a clever device. The lower chamber contains water. The upper contains tartaric acid and sodium bicarbonate.
Sorry. Sorry, this is an important text to reply to. Space. Okay. Sorry. Okay. The Pool is Abstract has done a super chat saying, happy stream, LSPs. My very talented friend Ella directed this game, so I hope you enjoy it. I'm enjoying this very, very much.
The two chemicals react, producing carbon dioxide and carbonating the water.
Is it possible to boost the game's audio a bit? Yes. Hold on. That should be louder now. How's that?
For some reason, he prefers to drink his water fizzing with bubbles.
I like fizzy water. It's good.
There are usually some glasses here, but they are absent. I will have to improvise.
Well, let's go get a glass beaker. Me, 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 me. Pick up Beaker.
I don't want to carry around delicate glassware
What?
unless I have a specific purpose for it in mind.
Giving him some water. Alright, let's just talk to Watson. Let's examine Watson. Here he is.
My intimate companion and biographer, Dr. John H. Watson. Shall we see what can be observed about him?
Let's.
I should visit my brain attic afterwards to see what deductions can be made based on my findings.
Okay. Book.
It is a yellowback novel entitled The Lady Detective Makes It Right.
Oh.
There's a picture of a young lady examining a footprint on the front, an advertisement extolling the virtues of cocoa on the back.
Just a cocoa. Maybe he'll enjoy a cocoa. Watson's leg.
He was shot in the left thigh. The evidence is mostly gone. His blood-stained trousers have been burned. The bandage is not visible under his clothes. I can tell from the way he sits that it's still causing him some discomfort. He has had quite enough gunshot wounds for one lifetime.
Indeed. Scott Hutchinson has done a super chat saying, I thank you. Because of you and Oxventure, I've got my character created to start my first ever D&D campaign, and I can't wait for season 2 of Weirdwood. That's very exciting. I hope you have a bloody lovely time in your first ever D&D campaign, Scott. And you're very, very welcome. I'm very glad that the Oxventure's got so many people into role-playing. It's, like, very pleased. And CookieCat94 has done a super chat saying, Sherlock is truly a master of deductions. He's quite useful to have around at tax time.
Holmes, you are brooding again. I am touched that you are so affected, deeply touched. But I hate to see you keep berating yourself.
Paddy Wrongleg says, enough gunshot wounds for one lifetime? Me too. 0. Yes, I agree. Watson's leg. Watson's face.
His look of concentration is occasionally interrupted by him wetting his lips and clearing his throat slightly.
Oh, I
have just observed
Oh,
something
he's thirsty. He's thirsty.
I should enter my brain attic later in order to see if I can make any
He's
deductions.
thirsty. He's thirsty because he's had a salty, spicy curry, and there are no glasses next to his water fizzing thing. Well, well, well.
Watson has eaten the curry, and now he is clearing his throat often and licking his lips. I conclude that he is rather thirsty. Hardly my most illuminating deduction, I grant you. However, the mechanism remains the same when I'm solving much more complex problems.
Indeed.
I should find him something to drink. I could ring for Mrs. Hudson, but Watson would find it more charming if I were to find him something to drink myself.
All right, Watson is thirsty. All right. Snap says, deduction, kiss Watson to moisten lips.
Aha, yes, I shall take the beaker.
Me, 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 me. Make use of gasogene.
I hope you will momentarily forgive me for casting aside the diaphanous fourth wall which exists between us, but you must take the beaker from out of my inventory and then use it with the gasogene.
That was fucking great. That was so good.
There, I now have a beaker full of carbonated water. Here you are, my dear fellow. You seem to be thirsty after your curried lamb. Apologies for the container. Mrs. Hudson seems to have purloined all our glasses. It is clean, I assure you.
That was so good. That was so good.
Thank you, Holmes. You are right. I am thirstier than I realized.
Yes, yes. That's the best way I've ever seen a game break the fourth wall.
I will trust that you have avoided cross-contamination when it comes to your scientific equipment, and that this is not an attempt to poison me.
Well, I've done that for him at least.
Yay!
Perhaps I should stop delaying. There's something important I need to speak to him about.
Have you ever... Wait. Gotta move my face again. I suppose up here is the best place for it, even though I'll be looking the wrong way.
Have you ever considered getting a dog, Watson?
It's funny, because I've got a dog.
Sometimes. I am fond of dogs. They require considerable care, however.
This is true.
Indeed. Yet they are loyal beasts with excellent noses.
Agreed.
You remember old Toby, kept by Mr. Sherman? If we had a little more space, and I thought Mrs. Hudson would allow it, I may have thought to buy him and have him here with us. But now both man and dog are long dead. Oh, hum. Such is the way of things.
Oh, hum.
Did you enjoy your curried lamb?
Yes, very much. Mrs. Hudson may still have some available if you are hungry. You must eat, Holmes. The case is over.
Again, I will say.
Okie dokie.
Have you written any stories lately?
I've had some attempts at jotting down some historical fiction, but I'm struggling to find a home.
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle wrote historical fiction, and they were considerably less popular than his Sherlock Holmes stories. He was a doctor himself, and he used to write them in between patients.
I may make an attempt at writing up more of your cases. The affair of the dancing men would be popular, don't you think?
I'd say so.
It certainly had a touch of the sensational about it.
Piper Bond says Holmes doesn't need to eat. He's got drugs.
I will let you return to your book.
A jackknife?
It is my practice to keep my unread correspondent firmly secured to the mantelpiece with a jackknife.
Why?
I find it to be an efficient filing method, but not one generally advocated.
Indeed not. Morocco case.
It is a small leather travelling case with a velvet lining. When I last looked inside, probably around 5 years ago, it housed a hypodermic syringe and other accoutrements. You may wonder why I still keep it here at all. I find there is a certain satisfaction in knowing it is available, yet untouched. Perhaps one day I will find some other use for the case.
It's possible, Holmes. Right.
Holmes? Are you...
No.
Perfectly fine, Doctor. Please continue with your book.
Let's have a look at the books and
An
files.
eclectic selection of books. Once, Watson's novels and my own reference books were carefully delineated. And after many years of living together, they are hopelessly muddled.
Johnnyohnny says, am I too late? Have we already done the joke? We have not. We've not done the bee joke. Right, let's tell him the news, shall we? Oh wait, flowers. Hi, Jack D. Peak.
Well, well, what have we here? Some pink pansies have been delivered to our
Oh?
door. There's a handwritten card on rather fine cardstock.
Okay.
The penmanship is decidedly female. However, it has a certain lax form which I associate with those in the medical field.
Interesting.
Dear John, wishing you a swift recovery. With warmest regards, Rebecca.
Oh.
Dear John, dear John. How presumptuous.
Right. A telephone.
A rather bulky, wall-mounted telephone with a tube to speak into and one to raise to your ear.
Armand LBD says, what do pansies mean in flower language of the era again? Oh, yeah. That's a thought. I haven't considered that.
I have seen more compact models. However, it has served me well enough since I installed it several years ago.
Right. Let's tell him the news. Make use of Watson. No, we'll just converse.
Wait a moment. The thing I wish to say to Watson is quite significant.
Yes.
Am I ready to take this step?
No, I will reconsider.
Did you want to say something, Holmes?
Not at the moment.
Okay, well, let's have another peek in the mind attic.
I will let you return to your book.
Let's just make sure there's nothing else that we want to do. Can I help, Watson? Doesn't require anything. I want to be absolutely certain. Important news for Watson, yes. Watson is thirsty. We've done that. I think this is fine. I think we should just talk to him. Chris Rakowski says, according to Google, pansies represent the thoughts of lovers. Pansies mean you are in my thoughts in flower language. Well, what do they mean in hanky code? Pick up Watson.
Tempting.
Oh!
He is not quite so injured that I need to toss him over my shoulder and put him to bed, however.
I am here to be of use, Holmes. But perhaps wait a while until this particular gunshot injury has healed,
Alright, here we go. Let's tell him.
Wait a moment. Am I ready? Watson, we must discuss something important.
Here we go.
Earlier, you presumed that I was berating myself for allowing you to come to harm. While my thoughts have turned that way often, ever since you were injured, it was not what I was thinking in that moment. Rather, I was trying to decide how to share some important news with you.
Yes.
I have decided to retire.
Retire?
Oh, look, the painting over the mantelpiece. It's the Reichenbach Falls. I wish I'd looked at that.
Yes, to sequester myself away on the farm of my dreams. I have a notion to take up beekeeping.
Thank you, Titan Uranus, for actually looking up the hanky code. Oh, dear. Beekeeping! Beekeeping!
Give up your detective work? Surely not. You are simply upset because I was hurt. In a week or two...
No, I'm quite certain. In fact, I purchased a cottage and some land in Sussex several months ago.
Oh, yes.
I do not crave the thrill of detection as I once did. It is a task for a young man, and I am no longer young. It is time to move on.
Yes.
But what am I to do?
Whatever you like, Watson. I'm not your keeper.
And you are not a bee.
It is rather a large cottage.
Holmes. You know that I will never tire of your company. A countryside retirement sounds idyllic. Yet, this is very sudden. I am not certain I am ready for that kind of seclusion.
Okay.
I still have a few decades' worth of a perfectly respectable medical career ahead of me, and people here who rely on me.
Once I fail to supply the curious adventures which thrill you and provide you with material for your sordid magazine stories,
Oh.
you lose interest in me. Is that
Oh,
it?
blimey. Ooh.
Of course not. You know that is not true.
Oh, I've just realised underneath the portrait of Watson, there's the VR gunshots in the wall.
Or perhaps you've set your sights on marrying the sensible and pretty matron who brings you flowers and writes you sweet nothings. If you propose, I'm certain she will agree. She has not been subtle about her intentions.
Lovelock says, I hate it when Dad and Dad fight. I know.
Holmes, you are being
Yes,
childish.
I agree.
Yes, I suppose I am.
Of course, I will come with you if you need me. If you ask me to join you, I will.
He's down on one knee. He's down on one knee. He's going to ask him. He's down on
cannot
one
ask
knee.
that of you.
No, he's not going to ask that of him.
You are loyal and true to a fault, my dear, dear Watson. And I'm certain that you would give up your passions to join me in mine. If you did, a seed of resentment would be sown which might drive us apart in the end. I could not endure that.
He's down on one knee. He's down on one knee.
It seems that we are being drawn along different paths then.
He's off beekeeping. He's down on one knee.
Yes,
Strange,
Aw,
isn't it?
yes. Very strange.
yeah.
They were wonderful years, weren't they? I loved every moment.
Watson, they were glorious. We were glorious.
Fucking too right you were.
You won't vanish on me, will you, Holmes? You won't simply disappear without telling me you were going. I could not bear that.
No, I think I have a little more sense these days than to engage in those kinds of theatrics. Should you need me, Watson, you will find me in Sussex, keeping bees and reading philosophy. And you will always be very, very welcome.
Oh. Oh. Sussex, 1920. 1920? He's been off to war again. He's got a cane
Watson.
as well.
Are you going to loiter on my doorstep all morning?
My eyes are quite hot.
Good afternoon, Holmes. My word, you look well. I don't think I've ever seen you with so much flesh on your bones and colour in your cheeks.
I, meanwhile, have just endured the horrors of the First World War.
I remain as wiry as ever under the knitwear, I assure you.
Okay.
I must apologize for turning up out of the blue like this. I know I should have written to you ahead of time. My ship came in this morning and I found myself unceremoniously deposited back in England. I couldn't face the hubbub of London. I really am dog-tired. And you do have rather a good track record of perking me up when I'm back from a war.
Oh.
So I thought... I hoped...
PJ Bucker's on a super chat saying, wish I could stay, alas, work. BNB solve crims? That's right, PJ Buck. Commit some crims, solve some others.
If it is at all inconvenient, then you must tell me. I am certain I can find alternative accommodation.
Watson, kindly stop talking nonsense. Come inside, get out of that uniform, and make yourself at home. You must stay for as long as you like, my dear, dear Watson. Watson is by my side again. I must ensure that he's able to rest and recuperate, and find a way to tell him, well, many things.
Uh-huh.
But how? A picnic, perhaps, on the cliff tops. You would like that. The perfect moment of peace and tranquility after the bloodshed he has seen, all the lives he has saved and not managed to save.
This is so good.
I will ask my housekeeper for suggestions for what I will need. She can generally be found in the kitchen.
She's a giant bee. What we got up here? Dried herbs and flowers.
Various dried flowers and herbs. I was exploring possible uses of botanical pigments in medieval Northumbrian monasteries.
Hal 9000 says, is this whole game just putting together a nice date for Watson? Yes, as far as I'm aware, you're trying to just have a nice picnic, but mysteries keep coming up?
A print of Turner's The Great Fall of the Reichenbach.
Right, there we go. Fucking called it.
Watson accuses me of morbidity for keeping it here.
Yes, well.
I feel it does a man no harm to look at his own death once in a while.
Oh, yeah. Creepy dog statue.
A Staffordshire pottery dog. Watson bought it from the village fete.
Oh.
I detest
Yes!
it. I keep little cloths in there for cleaning my
His
spectacles.
Morocco case. He just keeps little cloths in there for cleaning his spectacles. It's sweet to be old.
Honestly.
Oh. Oh. A chair for Watson.
My Stradivarius, purchased at a pawnbroker's in Tottenham Court Road for 55 shillings.
Fucking make use of it. Come on. Oh, look at you all just recognising Paganini. This is beautiful. I love this game. Cara Dennison has done a super chat saying this game is everything I need. Also, shout out to my friend Katie, whose text just now indicates she's also watching. Welcome to the LSPs. Hi, Katie. So good. This game's great. Katronica has done a super chat saying recently finished listening to the audiobooks for all the Holmes short stories and was taken off guard by the word that was used in place of the word exclaim, as the word now has a very different meaning. Yes! I'm assuming it was ejaculate.
I always find this style of lamp slightly disquieting. I was almost killed by one once.
Wow.
But Watson can tell you the story better than I.
Oh, look! It's... For fuck's sake.
I decided it was only fitting to update the old regal monogram from Baker Street. Of course, we have a new monarch now, George V.
That's fucking hilarious.
However, a letter G does not lend itself well to calligraphy by bullets.
No, I suppose it doesn't.
The protective hat and gloves I use for tending my bees.
Mouse hole, eh?
A very friendly and intelligent pair of
Aw.
mice live in there. Watson likes to joke that he swears that one of them plays the violin.
Yeah. It's so sweet that he's just sharing little things that Watson says.
Dr. Johnson once noted that time, with all its hilarity, moves slowly to him whose sole employment is to watch its flight.
Will says the good news is that G looks like an E, and that'll bear up for a good while. I agree.
One does not need to worry about time racing forwards with this particular clock. I removed the pendulum after finding the noise irritating.
Oh, it's a Basil of Baker Street, Basil the Mouse Detective joke. Right. I missed that one. Very good.
If you hear any ticking, it is coming from the clock behind you on the opposite wall.
Okay, that's very good.
A device for playing sound recorded on a disc made of shellac. Although acoustically it is a Platonian shadow of true music, I must say that I enjoy putting on a record in the evenings and enjoying a concert in the comfort of my own home.
Platonian Shadow is a good reference. I get that one. Plato's Cave. Or Old Tin Can is on a big old super chat. Thank you very much. Saying, okay, the tension is already too much for me and I have a flight to catch, so we'll catch up on VOD. Johnny, it's been fab to catch some stream in real time. Thanks for the content. Be excellent to each other, Skellies. Take care, Old Tin Can, and fly safe. Thank you very much, and please, should we make use of the gramophone?
Be my little baby bumblebee.
Oh.
Bring home all the honey love to me. Little bee, little bee. Let me spend the happy hours roving with you amongst the flowers. And when we get where no one else can see,
That's amazing. A kid. That's a very happy cat.
Hodge, who I think I must begrudgingly consider to be my cat. Or else I am her human. Well, she turned up one day and has not left me, at least.
Yeah.
I've never known a woman with such a passion for tobacco. We can talk for hours about it. A strange idiosyncrasy of my battle axe of a housekeeper is that she is very fond of flowers. She often wears them about her person. Her hair grew very thin many years ago, so now she crops it short and wears a wig.
Anything else? No, that seems to be it.
How are you, Martha?
Oops, oh shit. Fuck.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir. You will keep out of mischief, won't you?
Oh no. Right, let's converse with her. Ask her how she is again. Damn it! It's gone forever. We'll never know how Martha is. I'm sorry.
Martha, I'm planning a surprise picnic for Watson. What key components would you suggest are required?
Annie.
A surprise picnic, eh? This isn't secretly some scheme, is it?
No.
Scheme?
You're not setting this up in order to capture a gang of counterfeiters or such like?
No.
Deep
I am
tragedy
setting this
says
up
a
in
ring.
order to enjoy a picnic.
Oh, well, it was worth checking.
Yes.
I would have thought the location is very important. A quiet spot with a beautiful view, perhaps. You will need a hamper of food, naturally.
Yes.
I recall from his previous visits that the doctor is very partial to Mrs. Kumar's elderflower cordial. I imagine he would appreciate a bottle.
Yes. All right.
A hamper of picnic food, a bottle of elderflower cordial, and a quiet spot to enjoy both.
Yes.
I think that can be arranged. Thank you.
Yes.
Can you make a hamper of food for me?
Certainly. When do you need it by?
Lunchtime today.
Mr. Holmes, I do not have time to drop everything, go to the shops, acquire additional food, and make you a picnic in time for lunch.
But what if you did, my dear woman?
Perhaps you could postpone your plans a few days.
A few days? You're both being ridiculous now.
No, Martha, no. It is vital. It is paramount that I will arrange the picnic hamper myself.
There we go. CookieCat94 has done a super chat saying the only thing Holmes is setting up is Watson for some seductive reasoning. What were your picnics?
Forgive me, Martha, my memory is not what it was.
Bullshit, Holmes.
What did you suggest I get for my picnic?
A hamper of food. Perhaps you may find some other things along the way, but those are what I would consider to be the essentials.
All right, Martha. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir.
What else we got in here? Fackle. We've got Martha and Odge. Right, should we have a look at the mind attic? Oh. Let's go back to the living room. The shy by guy says, what do we pay Martha for if she can't pull a picnic out of her ass at a moment's notice? Well, indeed.
Toby the Third, my loyal sleuth hound. I had determined not to have another dog after the loss of Toby the Second, but I could not resist that eager little face.
Oh. Heliocentric model of the solar system.
I've given up on attempting to get rid of that.
Ah.
It seems I am stuck with
Brilliant. Giving Up the Ghost has done a super chat saying, "Hey Johnny, have some money. Supposed to be going to a concert tonight, but not sure I have the energy for 3 hours of driving in a sold-out crowd. I'll probably stay home and watch the VOD instead." That's entirely fair. Sometimes you just need to take care of yourself, and I think that sounds like a nice treat. 3 hours of driving is a lot of driving. What else have we got? What else have we got here? Got the board. This is a lot of people. PC Weber.
I have known a great many policemen in my time.
Uh-huh.
Constable Webber does not rank well amongst them.
Fuck yeah.
He has a patronising way of speaking to me, which I do not like.
Sherlock says a cab.
I first encountered Miss Violet Hunter when she was a young woman, seeking help concerning a governess position which paid well. Far too well. In the years since then, her career has flourished. She's been headmistress at a series of schools, each time leaving them better than she found them. I was quite delighted to find that she also has a house here in Fulworth. Miss Tilda is the niece of my former client, Miss Violet Hunter. Miss Hunter became her guardian following the death of her parents. She is a vivacious young lady with a great passion for learning, particularly in the field of the natural sciences.
Right, you are.
On my arrival in Fulworth, I engaged Martha as a housekeeper. I had expected a dull old lady, not a patch on the dear Mrs. Hudson, who ran my household for so many years. Instead, I was delighted to find that Martha is quite the eccentric.
Yes.
She smokes a pipe, speaks like a sailor when inclined to do so, and is therefore very capable of keeping me in line. Despite her being under my employ, I think of her as a friend. She helped me in some of my espionage work during the war. I greatly enjoy sparring with her.
Of course he would have done espionage. Fucking hell.
My neighbour, Mrs. Kumar, came to live in Fulworth in 1915. She is a widow. I believe her husband served in the Indian Expeditionary Force under the command of General Sir James Wilcox. Like so many other women in the wake of that terrible slaughter, she has built up a livelihood to support herself and her young son. She has a shop selling quality cloth and haberdashery.
Ella Watts is in chat and says, "Hi, I cast and directed this game. Thank you so much for streaming it. I hope you enjoy it." Helen Greetham at A-Foot Games wrote, illustrated and created the game. It's beautiful. Honestly, there was a point where somebody was cutting onions here. It's like the tone of it is great. There are so many brilliant references. The direction is lovely as well. I'm having such a good time with this game. I've been meaning to stream it for ages, and I think we're all very much enjoying it. Please, everyone in chat, back me up here.
Butter would not melt in the mouths of the ladies of Fulworth when they buy fabric from her, but behind her back, they gossip cruelly.
Ah, boo!
My elder brother Mycroft is 7 years my senior. Our difference in age meant that we did not spend a great deal of time together as children. He was off at school, while I was still learning the rudiments of walking and talking. I still think we recognized in each other a shared mentality. It was he who taught me the deduction game. Indeed, he remains the master at it. Yet for him, it is just a game. While for me, it was both art and science, a means to a livelihood. Mycroft remains the only one with whom I can discuss my thoughts at full luminance, without keeping hold of the shutter. For much of his life, he held the British government's secrets in his head. However, now in retirement, he spends most of his time at the club he helped to found, that Diogenes.
Wait. Snap says Mrs. Kumar is played by Sharmini from the RP Geeks channel. What? I didn't know that. Fucking... I love Sharmini. I'm gonna text Sharmini right now. What? Oh. Apparently I don't have Sharmini's number. Oh, we just talk on Discord. I will... Hey. streaming the Beekeeper's picnic as I type this, and someone just told me you voice Mrs. Oh, if you're lying to me, this is going to be very embarrassing. Right, done. Cool.
If I need his help and advice, I'm able to telephone him.
Right.
He took his degree in medicine in 1878 before studying further to become a surgeon with the army, just as the Second Afghan War broke out. That led him inexorably to the fatal Battle of Maiwand. He nearly died there of a bullet wound,
Ugh.
or else of the enteric fever which followed. Returning to London to convalesce and living on a pittance of an army pension, he required someone to share the cost of lodgings. A mutual friend introduced him to a self-destructive young fellow who was trying to make his name as a consulting detective. I
Yes.
dare say we saved one another in a way. And from that moment, our lives were bound up together.
Yes.
Sometimes we were parted. The obligation of married life called to him, or my vocation called to me. But thankfully, we always seemed to wind up thrown together again.
My feelings.
In the war, I engaged in covert work, while he returned to his roots as an army doctor. It was only in that long silence that I wondered if I would never hear from him again. Yet England is at peace,
Ish.
and he is with me again. As head of the local Women's Institute, Mrs. Whitlock is the closest thing Fulworth has to a civic leader. She is widowed and does not seem in any hurry to marry again. Mrs. Kumar's young son, Sanjay.
Aha.
He attends the local village school and spends the rest of his time helping his mother or finding a solitary place to read a book. He does not seem to be a popular boy.
Oh.
His closest friend is Tilda, a girl a few years younger than he is. Lately, he seems to have taken quite the interest in me. I do not mean to say that he speaks to me. He simply observes at a distance. I observe him in return.
Stackhurst, old boy.
Stackhurst is my closest neighbour and the headmaster of the local coaching establishment, The Gables.
Right.
He and I have been friendly from the day I came to the coast, and often drop in on each other in the evenings without an invitation.
You scamp.
He was a well-known rowing blue in his day, and remains an excellent all-round scholar. He is far more in touch with the wider world than I these days, and can always be trusted to share any gossip from London.
Right. Let's have a look at the blackboard. A picnic for Watson. Lala, elderflower cordial, hamper of picnic food, and a beautiful, peaceful place to enjoy them. All right. That's the mind attic examined for now. Let's go to the outside. Oh! Sleep, good doctor, sleep.
Dr. John H. Watson, my stalwart biographer, intimate friend, and erstwhile partner in the art of detection.
I long to have a nap in a chair, looking that serene.
But clearly he has been writing this morning. He has ink stains on his hands. Also, I observed him doing it. There are crumbs on his moustache. Toast, I believe.
Watson's boots.
He is wearing his sturdiest boots.
Ooh.
The ones he usually reserves for muddy walks.
Hey, Alice Bell's in chat. Knew Johnny would like this. I've already said you recommended it to me. Thank you, Boots. I'm having such a good time playing this. It's gorgeous. I'm tired, and this is like the perfect pace. Hey, the Offie Geeks are in chat. How you doing?
Noble hound, the finest canine in all England with the best nose. Toby, third of that name.
It reminds me of the which monarch was it who listed. Shamini's in chat. Yeah. Hey, Shamini, how you doing? We haven't found you yet, but I'm very excited to. Who's the monarch who came up with a list of suitable names for dogs? One of the names is Nosewise. I'm genuinely tempted to get a dog and call them Nosewise. What's your dog called? Nosewise. Just, you know. I actually think my second dog is going to be called Ripley, but we'll see.
Gosh, I say, that's a little rich. All true, of course. Would the great Sherlock Holmes accept anything less in his loyal hound?
Okay, I did not have talking dog on my bingo card for this stream. But so be it. Honey extractor.
My extractor, designed to drain honey from a beehive frame.
Very good. Well, shall we make use of it?
Come now, be specific.
Oh, yes, of course.
What do you wish me to use the extractor
Yes,
with?
of course. Not the smoker.
A stainless steel cylinder attached to some bellows.
Okay. Well, we'll need a jar for the honey. That much is plain. Beehives.
They are buzzing around in fine form. If I want to open the hive, I should subdue them first.
All right. Well, there's no need to just go off and do that immediately, I suspect. The village of Fulworth. Here's the picnic spot, the beach, the bee farm, the gables, the village fete, and the cottages. And, okay, where shall we to going? Should we go to the village fete? Let's go to the village fete. Fete today, flower seller.
Her cheeks are sallow. Her complexion is pale. She has dark skin and eyes. All of these things, however, are the products of well-placed makeup.
Will says, oh god, that is just Seafield. That's great. Ella says he has a line about it in that conversation where he says something like, oh master, if only you could understand me. Oh, I didn't think to converse with him. We've got to go back.
The nails are well cared for.
We've got to go
Save
back.
that she bites them
You can
when
then get
she's
him to
nervous.
follow you around and help out in some cases. Hold on, the village fete. We've got to go back. Fuck. Go bee farm. Go bee farm. There we go. Right. I'm so sorry. I always talk to my dog. Why did I not think to do this? Toby!
Hello, master.
Follow me, Toby. You're a good boy.
Oh, you're a good boy.
Woof, woof. Well, naturally. And I think you're a good human, master. Especially when you give me bones.
Oh.
It's a pity that for all your intelligence, you can't understand me.
I do. Every now and then, I'm trying to work out what Watson wants. And she just looks at me with her little dog face. It's just like, fuck. What are we going to do with you? I'm like, I don't know what you want.
Ah, Toby, if only you could speak.
Oh, don't worry, master. You have that nice doctor fellow to talk to now, so you don't need to be lonely.
Oh.
I don't need conversation. I'm content with pats and belly rubs.
That's the spirit. Okay. Follow me, Toby.
Follow me, Toby.
Of course, master. Will there be interesting things to smell? Cats to woof at?
Yes! Armand LBD says, Toby ships it. Yeah, Toby, come on! Right, now we go to the village fete. Lovely. Okay.
Flowers! lovely flowers.
Tipsy Puzzler's done a big old super chat. Thank you very much. Saying cash thanks. When my pup ate danger level chocolate, the tense drive to the vet and wait for her to bring it up afterwards were made easier by replaying your streams. And then again this week when she had a regular breathing at 1 a.m. She's fine and napping to this one. I'm really glad your pup is all right, and I'm very glad that I was able to help out during a tense time. Lots of love. Please give your pup some scritches from me.
Haven't seen you around here before.
No, sir. I'm a humble wanderer. I goes here and there and everywhere.
All right.
It's a nice place here, sir.
Yeah.
So full of kind people.
Oh, yeah?
Kind people who buys me flowers.
Uh-huh.
What is your name?
My name is... Rose. Rose Smith.
Yeah, sure, Rose.
Rose Smith, indeed.
Rose Smith.
What an apt name for someone who sells roses.
Talk about nominative determinism.
May I buy a flower?
That's what I was going to say.
That you may, sir.
Katronica says, please get a flower and have Toby smell it. All right. Yeah, done. Let's do that. Goodbye. Flower.
Oh, he ate it.
For fuck's sake.
Flowers. Lovely flower.
May I buy a flower?
That you may, sir.
Mattress 757 says she's here, she's there, she's every fucking where. Rose Smith. Rose Smith.
Goodbye.
Austin Brandt says it's like if Monkey Island games didn't hate you. Ruffles? Fucking hell. You alright, Ruffles?
It was not part of a costume. Underneath the eye patch is pancake makeup. I see scar tissue.
Wow. Alright, fact has been added to my brain attic.
A military-style moustache. As was mandatory for soldiers at the beginning of the war.
They were mandatory? There were mandatory military moustaches?
Masks began to be worn to protect against gas. So the regulation moustache, part of British warfare for 100 years, was lost.
Wow.
This man fought in the war, and he carries this habitual remnant of that life. However, he was invalided out before the moustaches fell out of favour.
Bloody hell. That... bloody hell. Oh, it's Lillian.
She looks like an interesting young lady.
Hello, mister. Do you like my hair ribbons? I think they're really special.
Sure.
Indeed. They are very charming.
Alright then, Lillian. Mr. Manders.
A long-time resident of the village. I believe he's some kind of writer, although I observe some signs that he spent time in prison in his youth.
Oh, how did you deduce that, Holmes?
I'd better not. He always gets very anxious when I try to speak to him.
Oh. Perhaps he's not abandoned his criminal ways. Huh.
One of my neighbours, a dapper gentleman in his 40s.
Well. Well, since Mr. Manders is always making shifts.
Good morning, Mr. Holmes.
Philip is dapper, heavens.
You know, I've been reading the stories about you ever since I was a child. I enjoy them just as much today as I did back then.
Oh, that is very gratifying. Thank you. A gentleman who is fond of cats and enjoys attending concerts. I believe he lives in the village.
Right. Well, we'll talk to Hans, but then we've got some cakes here. Perhaps we can purchase them for a picnic.
Good morning, Mr. Holmes.
Good morning.
Lovely weather, isn't it? I was worried we might have rain.
No, my good man. Right. What's up, cake dude? No, it's me, Sherlock Holmes. Oh, criminy. Okay, we don't seem to be able to interact with the cake man. Cakeman. But perhaps the coconut shy?
A coconut shy. Hitting one of the coconuts with a ball permits you to keep it.
Well, let's fucking do it. Oh, Holmes.
I'm afraid my eyesight is very poor these days.
Hang on. All right. Vegetable judging.
Mrs. Fanny Whitlock, head of the local Women's Institute. She is absorbed in managing the village fete competition.
So good to see our local celebrity here in the village.
Local celebrity?
What are the categories for entry to the competition?
Largest vegetable in the category of potatoes, beetroots, carrots and rhubarb. Best rose, best flowering potted plant, best cake, including a separate subcategory for Victoria sponges.
Heavens.
Best jam or fruit preserve, and best honey.
Okay.
I see that.
Only fresh, homegrown produce are allowed. Beetroots and carrots should have foliage trimmed back to 3 inches. Peas and beans to be displayed with stalks still attached. Victoria sponges dusted with icing sugar will be disqualified.
This is very reminiscent of, there's a couple of episodes of River Cottage from the late 90s and early 2000s where Hugh Whittingstall enters the Beminster Vegetable Cup and tries to win big. And they've got, there's a man named Roy Gunning who's won the longest runner bean competition 11 years in a row. And then there's like a competition for top tray. It's fascinating, but the guidelines are so exact and precise. It's genuinely fascinating.
Thank you.
How do I enter?
How do I enter?
Simply give me any items you wish to exhibit. I will display them here, and the judge will be around later today to award prizes.
Right. What is the prize?
What is the prize?
A picnic hamper.
Each winner will receive a quite delightful picnic hamper filled with fresh produce.
Fucking yes!
A picnic hamper, you say?
Oh, it's on. It's on. It's fucking happening.
Who is the judge?
Now, that is exciting. The famous mystery novelist, Miss Drusilla Duffy. She is the author of those books with that Liechtenstein detective, Mr. Caspar Hassler. Have you read them? I just love it when he gathers all the suspects together and pronounces who the murderer is, don't you?
No.
I'm sure you two will get on famously. Sherlock Holmes and Drusilla Duffy, brought together at our humble village fete. You can talk about grisly murders together. What fun!
All right. What are the categories?
Remind me.
Largest vegetable.
Okay,
in
largest
the
vegetable,
category of
best
potatoes,
rose,
beetroot.
and honey. All right.
Goodbye, Mrs. Whitlock.
Goodbye, Mr. Holmes.
Goodbye. Door to Violet's house, eh? Oh, yeah, we're just going in. Violet Hunter, hello.
She is a handsome middle-aged woman whose round, freckled face retains the brightness of youth. Her eyes speak of a quiet, understated intelligence. She wears a slightly severe pinstripe jacket and skirt. Miss Hunter? How are you, Miss Hunter?
I'm well, Mr. Holmes.
Aw,
Catching up on all the little jobs which I'm not able to undertake during term time.
very wise.
The new school in Chichester is proving to be all-absorbing, then.
Rather. I'm afraid the last head did not run a tight ship. I've no wonder they had to call me in.
Ella says Helen, who wrote this, was inspired by her mum's Victoria sponge getting disqualified from a village competition for being dusted with icing sugar. Heavens. Good lord.
The girls are all little monsters,
Oh.
and the mistress is not much better.
Bloody hell.
Sounds ghastly.
Don't mistake me. I'm rather enjoying the challenge. For the next 4 weeks, however, I will relish spending time by myself.
What are you sewing?
A new walking dress.
Oh.
What do you think of the colour? I was always told that redheads should not wear red, and so I try to do so as often as possible.
Oh. I like it very much. I do not like it. I have no real opinion. I like it very much.
I am no expert in ladies' fashion, but it is very cheerful. You would not rather have a seamstress make it for you?
Oh, no. I enjoy making clothes. I find it relaxing. In fact, you should let me make you something. All I would ask is that you bring me the material you want to use.
Yes. Please make me something.
As a spinster, I don't get the opportunity to make men's clothing. I did try once, for a neighbour. Unfortunately, he misunderstood my offer for, well, a romantic overture.
Ooh.
Poor fellow. I had to let him down gently.
That laugh was brilliant.
You know that Watson was quite convinced that I was holding a candle for you when we first met.
No. Surely not. How funny.
Miss Tilda has been helping me with the bees.
I know. She reports back to me all their antics. Thank you so much for how good you are with her, Mr. Holmes. It means a lot to a child when an adult takes them seriously, I think.
I agree. I try and talk to kids. I try just to take kids at face value, really, or like when they talk, just be like, "Oh yeah, okay, no."
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Holmes.
All right. Butterflies, is it?
Some pupating caterpillars and newly emerged butterflies.
Let's have a fucking word with them.
Fascinating creatures. Not as fascinating as bees.
No.
But a close runner-up.
Runner bees. Got him. Silly old bear.
A well-loved old bear with traces of honey on his paws. Well, most of the rest of him, in fact.
That's very good. Good reference.
It is a great pleasure to meet a fellow appreciator of bees, or at least the honey they produce.
Yep.
Well, the only reason for being a bee that I know of is making honey.
Oh my God, that was great.
Indeed. And I suppose you believe the only reason they make honey is for you to eat it.
Of course.
Great. Okay. A photograph. A photograph. Oh.
A bright, cheery face. Her complexion suggests she enjoyed spending time outside, as her daughter does. I gather she did not share her sister's intelligence, but she was a hard worker. She had likely never had a serious illness her whole life before the Spanish flu, which took her life.
Oof. Ella says we got every actor who voiced this game to do a Winnie impression. It was fun. Oh, wow. I don't think I could manage it.
A soldier, an officer, in fact.
We still kind of want to share all the outtakes. I'll bet. Okay. Oops.
Everything
Oh, fuck.
from the style of his moustache to his neatly trimmed nails suggests to me that he did not work a manual job in civilian life. So many promising young men shared his fate. It all felt quite distant to me. I was ensconced in undercover work, so I did not see the fighting. Watson, however, an army medic.
God, the voice acting's so good.
The terrible thing is that I know Watson would have traded his life in an instant for any one of those young men. I wonder how old she is here. 3 or 4? I did not meet her until she was 5, when she came to live with Violet after she was orphaned.
Right then. Let's have a wee look around there. Okay. Oh, that hamper's coming home with us. Well, one of the hampers, anyway. Reuben Proctor says, can we expect a Winnie the Pooh NPC in Oxventure? No. I wouldn't put money on it. Right, the cottages. I'd like to see Mrs. Kumar. Ideally. Disturbed ground.
Someone has been gardening. The earth is disturbed all along the front of the house.
Interesting. At the time of the village fete? Whose door is this?
Nothing I can observe.
Fair enough. Make use of door. Hello? Yes, 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 yes! This is going to be great!
Her hands show that she has worked many menial jobs in the past. However, they are currently well manicured. I'm not an expert in such matters, but I would imagine that such a sumptuous dress is the height of fashion amongst Indian ladies.
This is going to be great. Hello, Leomeds. How you doing?
Good day, Mrs. Kumar.
Good morning, Mr. Holmes.
Yeah, Chamonix!
Is your trade going well? Your fabric shop in Eastbourne, I believe?
Yes, indeed, business is going well, Mr. Holmes. I think that with the war behind them, many ladies wish to buy the colourful fabrics I have for sale.
Yeah.
And how is your work? You are making more of your wonderful honey?
It is the bees who make the honey. I am merely their servant and their student.
Ah, this is so good! This is so beautiful. Oh. I just want to put my head in this game's lap and have a little nap.
You know, my boy Sanjay has very strange ideas about you. He insists you are secretly a detective from a book he's reading.
An imaginative and observant young fellow, it seems.
Oh, Greek Tragedy says, now I'm remembering your stream of Venba and chopping onions again. Oh, that game was gorgeous. Oh, I love that game so, so much.
Could I buy some of your excellent elderflower cordial? The one that my friend Dr. Watson enjoys so much.
I'm afraid I'm sold out at the moment, but I'm preparing a fresh batch as we speak. Are you able to come back another time?
I had hoped to have it for a picnic at lunchtime today.
Alison Vassabauer has done a super chat saying, hi, Johnny, just wanted to thank you for introducing me to Hard Space Shipbreaker. It took a while, but I finally finished the game and I cried at the ending. It's now one of my favourite games. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, it's one of my... it's probably my top 5 of all time. I love that game so, so much. It's so charming and relaxing. And, yeah, the story's great. And, I haven't played it in ages. I might treat myself.
That will be fine. I'm nearly finished. An hour or two, Mr. Holmes. That is all I need.
Okay, great.
Very well. Thank you, Mrs. Kumar.
Okay. Is it ready yet? Let's not ask now.
Goodbye, Mrs. Kumar.
Goodbye, Mr. Holmes.
Yeah. Yeah, Reuben Proctor says, wait, is that Chamonix Bundel? Yes. Yes, it is. Converse with Door. Hello, Door.
Don't be observed.
Oh, all right. Fucking hell.
It is a door. I suppose you're expecting me to say something more involved than that, mentioning the state of the paintwork and small scratches and so forth.
Yes, probably.
Very well. It is ill-maintained and someone has forced it with a jimmy in the recent past.
There we go.
I would suggest that the house was abandoned for a long time and that the current resident is a squatter.
Well, let's go in then. Oh.
What do you want?
I thought I would welcome you to the neighborhood. This house has been empty many years, and now it is not. I must assume you've recently moved in.
Excuse me, but I'm very busy.
Heavens.
What a delightful fellow.
Yeah, fuck it, let's go around.
This sturdy iron gate is locked.
Oh.
although a cracksman of moderate skill could get through it with the right tools.
Uh-huh.
A generally law-abiding beekeeper would also need sufficient reason to do so, of course.
Yes. But what if...
Alas, it is locked.
Damn. All right. That's good to know. More disturbed ground.
Someone has been
Okay. All right. As long as that guy doesn't mess with Mrs. Kumar, we'll be all right. I would like to go back to the bee farm and see if we can get us some honey. Pip Gladwin says, "Sorry, Johnny, that was quite rude of me." That was you! Pip Gladwin! This game's so good. I'm delighted. Right. So we've got the smoke. Well, we can get the smoker. Pick up smoker. Honey extractor.
Don't be...
Right, well, we're not allowed to talk to it.
Come now, what do you...
Yeah, okay. We need a jar. How much is plain? Fist of Fury says, "I like that the chat is collecting the voice cast." Yeah. Okay. Make use of daughter kitchen. Oh, maybe we can make some deductions. Let's have a look. Tilda's father is the clown.
That clown's face is familiar to me. Surely it is the man in the photograph. He is Miss Tilda's father.
I was taking the piss. Oh my god. The flower seller is in disguise. Okay, that much is fine. I was hoping there would be some stuff about the village fete and I should get some honey, but that's all right. I wonder if we can...
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay. Telephone. Shovel.
I was using it recently to dig up the flower beds in the front of the house.
Mr. Holmes.
Oh.
Would you please take that shovel out of my nice clean kitchen? Oh, I never knew a man so slovenly in his habits.
Oh, what if the disturbed ground is that the Pip Gladwin who's squatting in the house has been burying things? Pick it up then.
May I take this, Martha? I may need it to exhume a body.
Of course, Mr. Holmes. It doesn't belong in my nice, clean kitchen in the first place.
That made me very happy.
Did you say exhume a body?
Yeah.
Goodbye, Martha.
Very funny. Telephone.
An old-fashioned model, but it serves me well enough for keeping in touch with the world beyond my hermitage.
Ruben says, "Wait, why is everyone in this game connected to Johnny? Johnny, are you secretly in this game too? I promise you I'm not in this video game. I would love to have been, but no. I've never voiced
my
acted.
brother Mycroft, should I require his assistance.
Okay, we don't need to talk to Mycroft just yet. Maybe we should just go smoke out the bees and have a good look. Oh, we can go upstairs. Great.
You simply wish to know how many bedrooms I have, don't you?
One.
Oh, very well.
One. Daughter Holmes's room, daughter Watson's room, daughter Martha's room. Are these more bullet holes?
I was bored.
Okay. All right. Just checking. Right, daughter Holmes's room. Oh, this is nice. This is cozy. And it's got a gull skull.
The skull of a gannet. It was a present from Miss Tilda.
Oh.
She found it on the beach.
Oh. Microscope.
This is not my entire laboratory, but a small selection which serves me well for most things.
All right.
The microscope sees the most use.
Portraits of criminals?
A small part of my collection of portraits of celebrated criminals. I removed most of them on leaving Baker Street. But my room would not feel homely without one or two about the place.
Holmesley.
A nefarious cat burglar, known for charming all those around her.
And stealing from cats. Top drawer.
I presume you would like me to look inside the drawer rather than examine the outside.
Yes.
Let me see. There is old chemistry equipment, some pliers, some string. Aha! My lock-picking tools. These are always useful.
Yes! Let's go fucking break in.
There is nothing of use in there, I assure you.
No.
If my humble home has any faults, it is that it can become very cold in the winter.
You just don't look in the bottom drawer of a person's bedside table. You just don't.
This device can be filled with embers from the fire and then used to heat the bed. I keep meaning to invest in a rubber hot water bottle instead.
Wow.
I keep notes to myself, pinned here with a jackknife. Let me see. Throw away mould experiment under bed. Dated to 3 weeks ago.
Uh-oh.
I may need to add a new note reminding me to warn Martha before she tidies under the bed.
Yes. All right. Well, we've got lockpicks, so we can at least go through that gate. My dressing gown.
My current favourite dressing gown. I've had quite a number over the years.
Let's see you in it then. Come on.
Whilst I greatly enjoy lounging in a dressing gown, I do not have time at the moment. I must prepare a picnic for Watson.
Fine. Speaking of Watson, we're going to go into his room now. And then we're going to take a 5-minute break because I need some water.
My word.
It looks nice in here.
For many years, this was a lumber room. I made it ready for Watson prior to his arrival by bringing out the few belongings of his I retained from our Baker Street days. Clearly, he has added to the nest the items he brought in his suitcase. Seeing all his personal effects here makes me feel as though I've stepped backwards through time.
Austin Brance's picnic grind set. Right. Okie dokie. Let's pause. We're going to have a 5-minute break because I could do with some water. So, yeah, that's all you need to know, really. I'm going away for 5 minutes. Do what you want. If you're not going anywhere, here comes a picture of my dog and some smooth jazz. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this stream on youtube.com/Johnny Chiodini. I'm Johnny Chiodini, and we're playing The Beekeeper's Picnic. It's great. Name and save your game. Bees. Right, we're nosing around Watson's room. Stethoscope.
I much prefer this style of stethoscope to the sort that is more like a rigid tube.
Agreed. Let's have it.
If I take it, Watson will wonder where it has gone.
Damn it.
I remember that day. I was convinced that it would be the end of all things. That with a beautiful young bride, Watson would forget the friend who he used to lodge with. It was nearly true. We did not see each other for a few months. It is only with the distance of years that I realize that was due to my own stubbornness.
Wow.
Let me see what Watson has been writing.
Oh.
Aha. It is one of his memoirs about my cases. The affair of Professor Pressbury.
Oh.
I've said for many years that he should publish on that matter, if only to dispel some of the ugly rumours which echoed through London society some 20 years ago. Now, what does he say about me? He's always overly flattering. Rarely does he spare me any blushes. The relations between Holmes and I those latter days were peculiar. He was a man of habits, narrow and concentrated habits, and I had become one of them. Oh dear.
Oh.
As an institution, I was like the violin, the shag tobacco, the old black pipe, the index books, and others perhaps less excusable.
Oh.
His remarks could hardly be said to be made to me. Many of them would have been as appropriately addressed to his bedstead.
Oh. Oof.
Oh, Watson. I am sorry.
Yikes. Oh.
There are his service medals. There cannot be a more gallant and brave man than Watson. But he's never been awarded a medal for his gallantry or an order of chivalry. It's part of the reason that I've never accepted a knighthood. The offer never extended to him as well. That, and the idea of being referred to as Sir Sherlock, makes me shudder.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh.
When did I begin to look so avuncular?
The Fez.
A Turkish hat made of red velvet. Watson believes it suits him. It does not.
Oh dear. Right, is that have we interacted with everything there is to interact with? Mirror, meow. All right. Door to landing.
No use. It is locked.
But what if? This seems like a perfectly reasonable thing to do.
Let us see if I still have the
I
knack.
just got an achievement called Utter Villain.
The door is unlocked now.
Look at us sneaking!
A very fine collection of pipes. Equal to my own.
A literal battle axe. A halberd.
A two-handed medieval pole weapon. Why does my housekeeper have one?
I don't know. Emma Crooks has done a super chat saying, "Here we go, some money for the Watson Treat Fund for being the cutest doggo. Also, this game is so wholesome, getting added to my Steam wish list. Yes, please, everyone wish list / purchase this game because it's great."
I find it prudent not to ask.
Yes, I agree. Very good, Holmes. Sampler.
Let me see now. My eyes are quite weak, but I can make out the writing. It is the alphabet. How charming.
Another sampler.
Martha stitched this herself. My eyesight is rather poor. Let me see if I can read the motto. Ha! How droll. It is rather rude. I would not dream of sharing it in polite society.
I assumed it would be something rude.
A fine wig, made of real human hair.
Oh.
Martha has several.
Okie dokie. Right. I think we should get back on the landing. Right. Let's see, we've got the smoker, shovel, blah, 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 blah. So we can go pick the lock by the gate. Fran says, hi LSPs, here with Curry to relax after a bio exam. This looks delightful. Has the bee joke come out yet? I haven't done the bee joke. It doesn't feel like the sort of day for it. I know this is a game about being a beekeeper. But, I don't know. Right. Wait, no. Yes? Door to our side is that way, isn't it? Let's go smoke some bees.
I should put my protective clothing on before making any kind of inspection of the hive.
That's a very good point. Silly me. Titan Uranus says, is there a ship on the horizon? Yes, there was. There you go, look. Austin Brandt says bee detective clothing. Yay!
On further reflection, I should put these on closer to the hives. They are not comfortable to walk around in.
Alright, fine.
I'll take them off now.
Alright. Go.
It has been known for time out of mind that bees are calmed by smoke. The precise mechanism is a matter of hot debate in apian circles.
Are they calmed by smoke, or are they just forced out of the hive? Genuine question.
I am of the opinion that bees communicate danger by releasing subtle smells to one another, which the smoke interrupts.
Oh.
I wrote a short monograph on the subject, if you're interested.
I am, Holmes.
It only takes a light touch. I do not want them to be stressed.
Of course not. Josh Warrior has done a super chat saying, I believe that ship is called the John Lock. Hee hee.
The smoke has calmed them for a short time. Do not worry, they are not harmed.
Hee hee hee.
There is a full tray of excess honey here.
Yes.
I will take it with me.
Delightful. Shamini says, I heard kind of snoozy, but I did once get stung by a bee when we were having a bonfire a little way from the hive. So clearly not that calm. No, evidently. Full hive tray with honey extractor. Oh.
The honey is now in the extractor. I will take the empty tray with me.
Okay, well, should we put the empty tray back in the hive? Or are the bees back out now? No, that's fine. So we'll put the beekeeping stuff back on, and then we'll return the tray to the...
I will put this back in the
Yeah.
hive.
Amazing apiarist. You displayed an excellent something something. I got an achievement.
There you are, my friends.
Hee hee. Thanks, bees. Somebody says stung on the forehead. Very attractive when it's swelled up. Bloody hell.
There is honey inside the extractor, which I could drain into a suitable container.
Yes. Now we need a suitable container. Toby is not a suitable container. Toby is a dog. Wonder if we can ask Martha for a jar. Jartha. Can't be that straightforward, surely. Or can it? Martha!
Mr. Holmes, I'm very upset with you. Don't think I don't know that you broke into my room and stole something. And here I thought you were a gentleman. Oh, for shame, Mr. Holmes.
Oh dear. I will have to find some way to make amends.
Mr.
Oh dear.
Shit.
Oh, you're a good boy.
Woof, woof.
That's enough talk for now, doggy.
Very well, Master.
Okay. Mind attic. I've massively pissed off my housekeeper. Right, should we go talk to Tilda's father, the clown? Piper Barnes says, I see we stole from Martha while I was out. What did we even take from Martha? We didn't take anything, did we? Has some villain been into the house and stolen something? Oh! Nell says, can you give her the flower? That's a good idea.
This is a present for you.
Is it? Well, thank you, Mr. Holmes.
You fuck you bastard!
Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir.
Phew. Thanks, Nell. That's a good thought. Wait, no, we don't need to go back in there. Oof. That was pretty full on. Wonder if we can fill the creepy...
No, I will not be taking that abomination against good taste anywhere.
Fine. I wonder if we can fill it with honey. What's cooler than a ceramic dog? A ceramic dog filled with honey. Aubrey Murray says, oh wait, I've only been half watching because I'm working and tuned in late. Mr. Holmes, is that Sherlock? Yeah. And here's Watson. We've retired. It's 1920. Watson's fresh back from World War I and we're trying to put a picnic together. Hello, the bees. Right. We've not been to the beach, the gables, or the picnic spot yet. But I really want to talk to the clan. Let's go talk to the clan. We'll go to the beach and the picnic spot, as and when. Pick up Ruffles. Converse with Ruffles.
Hello, hello.
And who might you be?
Ruffles the clown at your service. Sorry for having to say Hong Kong. I used to have a little horn, but I've lost it. So now I just say Hong Kong in a cheerful sort of way.
I see. I am Mr. Holmes, a beekeeper. Do you need me to find your hall for you?
Oh? No, why the dickens would I want to send a stranger off to find something I've not? Seems a bit impolite.
Are you alright, Ruffles?
Besides, I know where it is.
I thought you said you lost it.
I lost it in a game of cards in Newcastle.
Ah.
Honk honk.
Your name is Ruffles, like the famous cricketer A.J. Ruffles?
No. Ruffles. Like material gathered along one edge to make an ornamental frill.
Yes.
Oh, I see. I wondered if you were a relative.
A.J. Ruffles. Oh, he was a bit of a hero of mine when I was a lad.
The voice acting on this one is wild.
Our vocations meant that we moved in the same circles. How goes your clowning?
Very well, thank you, sir.
It is unusual for a clown to wear an eye patch.
Yes, indeed.
Clowns wear all kinds of silly things. Beep, beep.
Ruffles is carrying a lot of fucking baggage around.
Beep, beep.
Beep, beep.
You were at the front in the war, I perceive.
Or? No. Ruffles the clown doesn't know about such things. I tell you, would you like to see me trip over into a custard tart?
Not particularly. I believe you are the father of a little girl.
Oh shit, I accidentally... Fuck.
He refuses to acknowledge it. I was unable. Perhaps if...
Sorry, I
presented with
double-clicked
some
and
more
I missed some
concrete
dialogue.
evidence.
But yes, he appears to be repressing things quite hard. Oh, we can say it again.
I believe you are the father of a little girl.
A little girl? No, not I. Ruffles the clown loves all children, but he doesn't have one of his own.
Yes, he does. Okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir.
Right. That's it. We're off to the cottages. No, wait. We're off to Violet's house. Going over to Violet's house. Gonna steal the photograph.
Miss Hunter, may I take this photograph? It is for a very good cause, and it will be returned unharmed.
Austin Brandt says, "There is no child support here, Hong Kong."
To anyone else, Mr. Holmes, I would say no. You, however, have earned my trust. You may take it.
Superb. Hong Kong. Hong Kong. I can't hit the high note on that. Alright, Ruffles, this is going to blow your fucking mind, mate.
What's that? This is... Where did you get this?
Yeah, come on, mate. Come back to us.
You are the soldier in the photograph, I believe.
Yes. And the woman is my wife, Jane. And the little girl, my daughter, Tilda. I thought this was lost.
We're reuniting an estranged father and his daughter.
I perceive that you were invalided out of the war.
Yes. An explosion. The first thing I knew of it was waking up in a German field hospital at Valenciennes, unable to see. When I gone, I went to the other with a damaged cornea. The doctors and nurses there were skilled and attentive. They saved my other eye. Unfortunately, when the bandages were removed, I was disturbed by what I saw, especially in the mirror. My body was, I suppose, altered is the euphemism.
Yes. Must have been a difficult adjustment.
It must have been a difficult adjustment.
It was indeed. For many months, my face and body did not feel like my own.
Fucking hell.
I found that becoming the character of Ruffles the Clown helped.
That's fair.
Applying makeup and devising an outfit which transformed my injuries gave me a kind of power. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Indeed it does. What happened to your family?
I was a prisoner of war for a time before being sent back to England. I discovered that I had been labelled missing in action before formally being presumed to be dead. I rushed back to our little cottage. I expected to embrace Jane at the door and for everything to be set right. Foolish, I suppose.
Oh no.
Perhaps. But it is a sentiment I understand all too well.
Had she remarried?
She was not there?
No.
Oh, okay.
The house was empty. I asked neighbours and they told me she had died and that my daughter had been taken away to live with my wife's sister, Miss Violet Hunter. I thought myself damaged before. But with that news, I fell apart utterly.
Fucking hell.
You did not go to visit Miss Hunter to let her know that you lived?
No, Mr. Holmes, I was... Oh no.
Yes.
It's shameful. I thought that little Tilda would be better with a heroic memory for a father than a broken half-man.
Oh. Oh yes, I knew that his wife had died of Spanish flu, but I also didn't know whether perhaps she remarried and then they both died. I don't know. That's an extra step, and obviously I don't see why. But yes, no, I hadn't forgotten about the Spanish flu. Don't worry.
I know your daughter.
You know my Tilda?
Yep.
Yes. She lives here in the village where there are Violet. She is a bright girl and a budding naturalist.
She's happy? And loved?
Certainly.
I don't know what to do. It is wonderful to know she is well, but would she be better off with me in her life? I let her think I was dead all these years.
Fucking hell. Okay, look. This is tricky. I think she's better off not knowing. That's us making a choice on her behalf. I think you should tell her. I think you ought to tell her. Like, the thing is, he's feeling conflicted because he let her think that he was dead all these years, and he feels very bad about that. He should feel bad about that, although there are extenuating circumstances. He's clearly not been well. But if we tell him, don't tell her, we're just validating that choice and therefore sort of putting our stamp on it. To do nothing or to discourage him is to condone the situation. Aiden says, time for a YouTube poll. We could poll it, yeah. I think letting her know is the best thing, but shall we reunite, wait. Shall we say, don't tell her, or lull by? Well, currently the vote is at 98% tell her, and 2% lull by. Austin Brandt says a strange father went out to get clowns. I'm just going out for a pack of clowns. I'll be right back. 91 votes. Anonymous says I was very tempted by option 3. Got it. There's 100 votes. 100 votes, and it's 98% tell her. We're going to say tell her.
I think you should tell her.
There we go.
It would mean a great deal for her to have you back in her
Yes,
life.
it's the only rational choice, I think.
What if she cannot forgive me for letting her think I was dead all these years? What if she thinks I am a bad father?
Well, in that case, Ruffles, womp womp. But at least you gave her the choice.
Then at least you have given her the ability to make that choice.
Fucking A.
Speaking as someone with extensive experience of human nature, and Miss Tilda in particular, I think she will both forgive you and love you as you are.
Tony says, I say tell her, but not while dressed as a clown. Yeah.
Thank you. Where can I find her?
Miss Violet Hunter's house is just off the market square. Miss Tilda you may find anywhere where there are interesting creatures to be studied.
There we go.
I'll go to her after my performance. A little girl. My little girl.
I will go to her once I've finished this virtuoso performance in front of 5 children.
May I keep the photograph?
Under the circumstances, perhaps you should.
Yeah, mate, can't let the kids down. Absolutely incredible. Incredible. Piper Barnes says clowning comes first. Right. Let's go see what Pip Gladwin's up to. Also, right, disturbed ground. What happens if we have a dig?
No, on multiple counts. Firstly, Mrs. Kumar will not thank me for ruining her flower beds.
Okay.
And secondly, my back will not stand it if I dig a trench all along the front of the house.
Okay. Johnnyohnny says, can't let these kids down. Fucking hell.
I must find some way to discover the exact spot where my quarry is buried.
Oh, so we do suspect something's been buried there. Interesting. Okie dokie. Right. Should we have another bang on this door? No. Let's use the lockpicks with the gate.
While I have been known to commit acts which are not strictly within the law, I only do so after significant consideration.
Damn.
I feel that my investigation has not yet reached a climax, which necessitates this action.
Okay, fine.
I must have more data.
Well, knock knock it is.
What do you want?
Yeah, Pip!
What do you think of Fulworth?
It's a fine place. Very quiet. The kind of place where folks leave a man alone. Goodbye.
Goodbye! Damn.
Such impeccable manners. A gentleman indeed.
Yeah, Pip. Right, okie dokie. The flower cellar is in disguise. We still know that much. Let's go to the beach. Haven't been to the beach yet. That's just a nice thing to do. Never know what we might find. We might find a jar suitable for honey. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Our local village Bobby, Constable Webber. He is frustrated that he never ascended the ranks and made sergeant. And he had egg for breakfast.
Oh my god, Fran says I wish I had a mind attic. It's like the mind pub, but for deduction. Are you referring to Paul Flannery's mind pub from 2020? That's a throwback and a half.
What is happening here?
This here young lady is an archaeologist. She's made a tremendous discovery. Some kind of fossilized mermaid.
Now that is Shogo. That's gotta be Shogo Mayakita. Surely. Surely. He's in fucking everything. Hey, Sarah's in chat. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? Sarah, you'd love this game. You'd fucking love this game. I can't see him in the Beekeeper's Picnic. Yes! 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 Can't pull on an old Johnny. I know Shogo when I hear his voice. I'll send a fucking photo to him as well. The voice you're hearing has told me to go fuck myself more times than I've had hot dinners. He was a regular at my game night back when I ran it in the brewery. And yeah, just would frequently just go, fuck off. Sarah says, I'll only play it if you play the second Golden Idol. Done. Done. I'll buy it on Steam and install it this evening.
She's drawing in quite a crowd and offering a lecture about the discovery for those who will pay.
Right. Fucking texting everyone
You must
today.
realise it is a scam.
More than my job's worth, Mr. Holmes. She's not doing anything illegal. I'm just here to keep the peace.
Got him.
Have you asked the young lady to move?
Unless I find out she's done something illegal, I can't shift her, Mr. Holmes.
All right.
I have something to report.
What's that then?
I have nothing else to report.
Ah.
Goodbye.
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 Veronica Anderson.
A journalist, I believe. Good morning. Are you enjoying your visit to our little town?
It's lovely. What a wonderful view of the sea. If only I'd come with my husband and not just for work.
Don't recognise Veronica Anderson.
I don't suppose you've heard any news from London?
None at all. I've been so busy. Haven't seen a newspaper in days.
Mermaid. Examine the mermaid. Oh, it literally says real, not fake on the sign. Oh my god.
The features seem simian to me. Like a monkey.
Fact has been added to my brain attic.
I think that the tail has been created from paper and glue.
Yeah, it's a fake. It's a hoax. It's a hoax. Professor Pipirici. And we've also got a fashionable couple. And a young gentleman's gentleman. Tony Rayner says, is that based on the real fake mermaid of history? Yeah, was it the Fiji mermaid? The mermaid is made from a monkey. The flower seller is... Yeah. The mermaid is made from a monkey.
She is young, I would say around 20, very muscular, perhaps of Italian descent. She has the people enthralled.
Go on.
Roll up, see the eighth wonder of the world, a real-life mermaid.
Is that Nat Winters? Results inconclusive, not sure. Who are you?
Who are you?
Professor Pipirici, M.A., Oxon, RSI, award-winning archaeologist and adventurer.
Yes.
Where do you hold a professorship?
Yeah, come on.
Shrewsbury College, Camford.
What awards have you won?
Yes.
Oh, Victoria Cross, Nobel Peace Prize.
You have not. This is all very verifiable information. All I have to do is send a few telegrams.
Send away away, my man. Send away. I expect by the time you have your answers, I will have moved on with a pocket full of coins.
Yes.
You made the mermaid by sewing together a monkey and a fish.
No, I didn't.
Indeed, you did.
Didn't.
Oh.
You did.
Didn't.
Hippie.
It is blatantly obvious you did to anyone with eyes.
It's all Holmes.
No.
And how did you unearth this mermaid?
Through clever deductive reasoning based on my knowledge of geological processes.
Would you perhaps be able to name for me a geological process?
Yeah, get him. Get him, Holmes.
Photosynthesis.
I thought so. You are a scam artist.
No, I'm not.
You are. I can prove that you are.
Oh.
The mermaid is made from multiple animals which have been artificially stitched together and augmented with sugar paste and papier-mâché. It is not even a cunning trick. It is entirely transparent.
Look, mister, people see what they want to see. You can point out to them all day that the mermaid is fake, but they won't accept it. They want to believe my fantasy.
And there lies the folly of humanity which frustrates me the most.
Yes, indeed.
There is wonder enough in nature without making up wonders.
Bees, for example.
Each of my beehives is more miraculous than your mermaid
Yep.
by far. Indeed, even a simple rose.
Yep.
Not going to make me money, though, are they?
What a horrible con artist.
You refuse to leave the beach.
Not until I have satisfied my public, sir.
Oh.
Goodbye.
Toodle pip.
Fuck you. Young gentleman.
I have a feeling I would find him unintelligible. Young people today talk such nonsense.
Wow.
This stylish young gentleman has a very fastidious valet, with whom he has minor disagreements regarding sartorial matters. This fellow is clearly deeply intelligent. Why he seems to be employed as a valet when he could be running the country is an interesting conundrum.
Oh my God! It's P.G. Wodehouse, isn't it? It's
Well, I can only deduce that he must be very fond of his employer.
Bertie Wooster. Yeah.
Tempting. I imagine he would give quite engaging conversation, but I do not have time at the present.
Very good.
An elegant young couple. Seen them in the village.
Jeeves and Worcester, that's it.
Do not know their names.
That's how we got Ask Jeeves, the dearly departed search engine.
I feel it is likely they moved to the seaside for the good of his health. He has been unwell in the last few years. I won't bother them.
All right. Can we just...
Excuse me, sir. You will have to pay extra if you want to touch the mermaid.
Amusing, but no.
Oh, come on. Why not? Fine. This is bollocks. Oh. Stackhurst, old boy.
Harold Stackhurst, the headmaster of the Gables and my immediate neighbour. Affable fellow, we became fast friends when I moved here. He has been carrying that battered newspaper around for a while, looking for a peaceful spot to read it.
Hello, Holmes. Bracing day, isn't it?
Anything happening here? What's happening here on the beach?
What's happening here on the beach?
That young lady over there is claiming to have discovered some eighth wonder of the world. A real-life mermaid. Absolute humbug, of course, but she's making a mint out of it.
Oh, so there's some boots on the beach.
Don't suppose you could see your way to getting rid of her.
Oh, I'm trying.
Jolly unfair, her tricking people out of their money and disturbing the peace.
Don't worry, my friend. I intend to. I wish the view of this beach to be unobstructed.
Goddamn right. Anything interesting in the newspaper? Because when you play Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective, you should always examine the newspaper.
Anything interesting in the newspaper?
I'll say. Did you know there has been a heist over at the British Museum? Listen to this.
Also, the last case of Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective I played, there was a headline that just said, child stolen by monkey. Perfect.
A number of valuable specimens of taxidermy
No.
belonging to the British Museum still remain missing a week after disappearing during their transfer from Montague House, Bloomsbury, to the new site in South Kensington.
No.
Lost treasures include a great many pieces collected by the late Charles Darwin, and the only surviving specimen of the great auk from the British Isles. Director of the museum, William Henry Flower, states that... well, you get the idea.
A fact has been added to
Indeed,
the brain.
I do. I expect that Scotland Yard are having quite the time sorting out the mess.
Do you ever miss being involved in that sort of thing?
Yes, sometimes. There were glorious days filled with adventure and excitement. Never knowing when the view halloo would sound and we'd be off again.
View halloo?
It has taken me some time to adapt to the slower pace of life in retirement.
So, if you were on the case, where would you look to find the stolen animal?
This very beach!
A collection of rare and very distinct specimens of natural history are certainly valuable, but only to a limited and specialist clientele. I expect the thief will have found somewhere to store the collection until the police have lost their scent and they're able to find multiple buyers to ensure the collection is split up.
Yes.
How is the Gables?
Oh, jolly good. Of course, the boys are all home for the summer at the moment, so it's all planning. I have doubts about the new English master I hired. He's entirely green around the gills. Still, we were all young once, what?
Normative says if you like the Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective series, it's a very good H.P. Lovecraft spin-off from the same company. Do you mean Mythos Tales? I did the first case of Mythos Tales last week. It's good.
You haven't thought of retiring?
A Walk in the Parks has done a super chat saying, "Hiya Johnny and fellow skeletons, I joined late so I'll be starting from the beginning while I work on my research. Wish me luck." Good luck, A Walk in the Parks. I hope it goes very well.
No.
Oh, it's called
I
Bureau
live
of
to
Investigation,
teach.
says Normative.
Whatever
Oh.
would I do if I retired?
That's interesting. Investigations in Arkham. Oh, great. Because Mythos Tales is fun, but it's not quite as good as Sherlock Holmes. So... Huh. Some new twists and mechanics. Cool. Nice, thanks. Beep-a-doo, beep-a-doo-doo.
Why do you wear a monocle? I've always wondered, since you clearly have perfect eyesight.
I feel it gives me a sense of authority.
Sure.
If you wear a monocle, people assume you must be someone important.
Would you like to come over for dinner? You know my friend Watson is staying with me. Drop in on us when you have time, won't you?
Of course, old man. I have a wild idea for an excursion we could undertake next week.
Acid. Gonna drop a bunch of acid.
Oh?
The Picture Palace in Eastbourne is showing a film, Trent's Last Case. A mystery. What do you say? Could be a bit of a wheeze, what?
Watson would appreciate it. And I expect he will urge me to come along as well.
I know you too well, my friend. That is your way of saying that you would like to come just as much.
Fair.
Goodbye, Stackhurst.
Goodbye, old man. Give my regards to the doctor.
From the size and style, I would suggest they belong to a boy of around 14 or 15. I expect he is an active fellow who spends many hours running through the muddy fields to the north of the village. Swift of foot, but clumsy with his hands. His lace tying is rather slapdash.
And now, he's got no fucking
Let
boots.
Whoever put them here carry them away.
Boo.
I will not.
Fine. Right, let's go to the mind attic.
It may not be a coincidence. Yet many sideshows have similar oddities which were not procured by robbing a museum. I will retain both these pieces of information for now.
Okay.
No, I do not.
Yes. Okay. Alright, nothing so far. We could just accuse her.
Good morning.
It's lovely.
I don't...
None.
PC Weber.
I have something to...
What's that?
I have nothing else. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Ugh. Alright. Suppose we could go to the picnic spot. I must have a jar. What the fuck?
I feel the need to remind you that I am retired. I am a beekeeper. Grotesque happenings are not my personal concern. As an ordinary citizen, I should leave investigative matters to the police. Let's have a look, shall we?
The glee in his voice. Let's have a look, shall we? Sanjay?
Sanjay Kumar, a young man of around 12 who lives in the village. We have not talked much, but I found him watching me while I tend
This
to my
is a trick.
duties.
This is a trick. This is a trick.
At a distance, with binoculars. The knife has been sawn off at the end and blunted so that it may appear to be thrust into the boy's chest. This is a very old trick. Mycroft played it on me once. As for the blood, it is bright red paint. A familiar shade of red buckram, and I see the top of the first line of the title. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes by Dr. John H. Watson,
Fantastic.
I believe. He is very obviously breathing, quite heavily in fact. A style of hat which is a good 40 years out of fashion. Strange thing for a young boy to wear, especially in such warm weather.
Yes. Right, I believe that's everything. Let's go to the mind attic and conclude that he's full of shit.
Apparently, the boy has been inspired by tales of my adventures and has decided to fake his own murder. I wonder what explanation he will give for his actions.
Well, let's find out.
Young man, can you hear me? You've been inspired by the work of my friend Watson to stage your own murder. Might I ask why?
Yeah, give it up,
But
Sanjay.
have you solved the mystery? Do you know who murdered me?
Oh, he's... Fuck yeah. He's not even embarrassed. He's like, yes, you've worked that out.
You have not been murdered.
But if I had been, do you know who did it? I thought you'd look at the footprints.
I did not see any footprints.
What? How could you not see them? You're Sherlock Holmes.
My eyesight is not what it was.
This is so cute.
And I suppose you created these footprints yourself?
And then flung the boots onto the beach.
Yes. I stole some of Harry's boots and walked backwards to the scene of the crime.
Yes.
And then I threw the boots over the cliff.
Yes.
Who is Harry?
Don't you know? He's Harry. He's in the year above me at school.
And you wish to frame him for your murder?
No, not really. I didn't want him to be hanged or anything.
Well, that is gratifying.
It's just he's always mean to me, so I thought I'd get back at him. You weren't fooled at all?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
I'm afraid you made several elementary errors in your scheme. In future, you may want to add a slight amount of blue dye to your fake blood, and perhaps cornflour to make it more viscous.
Yes, Sherlock Holmes.
You should have become more adept at hiding your breathing and found some way to prevent me getting close to you. I am no doctor, and my eyesight is poor. But at close quarters, I can tell a healthy boy from a corpse.
Yes.
Oh. Right. Of course. I've been stupid, haven't I?
Yes, now you're going over the cliff along with Harry's boots. Somewhat short-sighted, perhaps.
Somewhat short-sighted, perhaps.
I'm...
Oh, no.
Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I'm not clever like you are.
Well, that is not unusual.
Fucking hell.
It is not kind to pretend to be dead or dying.
But you pretended to be dead in the empty house. Even Dr. Watson didn't know you were actually alive.
Shit.
Yes, to my shame.
And you pretended to be dying in the adventure of the dying detective.
Shit.
Watson thought you were going to die of a horrible tropical disease.
Shit.
It seemed necessary at the time.
And you exaggerated your injuries in the illustrious client.
Shit.
When he heard, Watson ran to Baker Street, scared you had died.
Shit.
And you faked having a fainting fit in the Reigate Squires.
Shit.
You'd been ill before that, so Watson thought you'd relapsed. And you faked having a sprained ankle in the Priory School.
Shit.
I have done many things in my life which I regret, and which you should not try to emulate. Besides, Watson exaggerates sometimes.
You mean it didn't really happen like that?
Watson wrote them as stories for entertainment, not factual accounts.
Shit. Monkeys Forever says never tried to pull one over a superfan. Yeah, fair enough.
Oh. Of course. I mean, I knew that. I'm sorry I bothered you, Mr. Holmes.
Oh no, Sanjay, you're alright, mate. Come on. No! Holmes.
I have a new hypothesis. That I am a nasty, misanthropic old man who breaks young boys' dreams.
Goals.
I suppose now I shall have to find a way to cheer the lad up.
Good.
It is the right thing to do, but also that his mother will let me have some elderflower cordial. They are very light, shallow footprints for the size. The gait is strange, without much weight on the heel.
Yeah. Well, that was illuminating. The only place we've not been now is the Gables. We may as well go. Oh! Oh, Sanjay, no. Tilda's got a fucking jam jar! Tilda, I found your biological father.
Miss Tilda, my young neighbour.
Can I have your jar?
May I have that jam jar?
Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I need the jam jar. It's very, very important.
Frog spawn's not that fucking important, Tilda.
When I catch a newt, I need to put it in there so I can take it home to the tank where it's going to live.
I see. That is important. I would not want to deprive you of your newt.
Okay, that's fair. I'm glad he's taking that at face value.
If I were to find you some kind of specimen of natural history which is more interesting than a newt, would you surrender the jam jar to me?
Better than a newt? That sounds very tricky.
What about a traumatized clown with whom you share half your DNA?
I enjoy a challenge.
You're on.
All right. What if we stole the mermaid? Tilda?
Tilda, do you remember your parents?
Not much. I was little when they died.
Yes.
Yes, I quite understand.
Are you an orphan like me, Mr. Holmes?
In a sense, my parents have both died.
So don't you have any family at all?
I have an older brother. He lives in London.
I wish I had a big brother.
But Tilda, you have your Aunt Violet. She loves you dearly. It is also possible to make family of your own choosing. Dr. Watson and I are not related by blood, but we've been as close as two people can be for many decades.
The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Found family, found family, found family.
Then, may I choose you to be in my family?
You may, if you wish.
Oh, this video game. All right, Sanjay.
Well, he has cleaned the paint from his pullover, but not very effectively.
Surely we can't. Well...
I wanted to apologize to you, Sanjay. You put a great deal of thought and effort into staging your murder on the cliff tops for my benefit, and I was not appreciative.
Oh, that's all right, Mr. Holmes. I'm not upset anymore.
You're not?
No. See, I thought about it, and it's just like what you said to Watson in The Adventure of the Solitary Cyclist.
Is that the one with the snake and the bell pull? No, that's the Adventure of the something rope? The Scarlet Band? Can't remember.
Is that the one with the snake and the bell pull?
What? No, the one with the lady and the bicycle.
The Speckled Band? Speckled Band, thank you.
Rather short with Watson
That's
for
right.
making a few beginner's mistakes during his investigations.
Yes, but you didn't mean to upset him. You tried to make it up to him afterwards. And now you're doing that to me. It's very exciting.
Because you're still deeply flawed.
The other reason I'm excited is that I've got a proper case to solve now.
Ooh.
Not a made-up one.
Go on.
Tell me about this real mystery you've discovered.
My cat has been catnapped.
Oh, shit.
Not Kalu. She's my favourite member of the species Felis catus.
She's missing.
No, stolen.
Why do you think the cat was stolen?
Why do you think the cat was stolen?
Well, you know that old house next to
Oh.
us? It has been empty for years. But last week, a strange man started living there.
Hmm?
My mum tried to bring him a pie as a welcome to the village, but he was really cold and rude to her.
Well.
Then, he came around yesterday acting really polite, asking if he could buy our cat. When Mum said no, that she is our special pet, he got really mean and angry again. I think he stole Kalu as revenge.
Well, well, looks like we've got sufficient cause to break into his house.
Can you describe the cat?
Her name is Kalu. She's small and white.
Okay.
She's also really soft and her toes are pink. Don't forget that.
She's the best mouser in the world. 2 days ago, she dragged a giant dead rat into our house. Absolutely enormous.
Goodness.
As big as she is.
Wow.
Mum had to bury it in front of the house.
Oh.
Did she indeed? Interesting. I will help you find your cat.
Really? Does that mean... Am I your client?
Yes, Sanjay.
I suppose so.
I am Sherlock Holmes's client.
Yep.
Don't shout, Sanjay. You'll scare away my news.
No, shout, Sanjay. Deny her a reason to have the jar. Right.
Goodbye, Sanjay.
Goodbye, sir.
All right. Should we go up to the gables?
An old country seat put to a new purpose. Now it is Harold Stackhurst's well-known coaching establishment. A score of young fellows are there, preparing for various professions, with a staff of several masters. It will be empty until Michaelmas.
Okie dokie. Right. Time to do some breaking and entering, I think. Calla says, Jeremy, Brett Sherlock is best Sherlock. Fight me. Shan't fight you. I agree. Right. Time for us to exhume a dead rat.
No.
Oh, fine. Time for us to break in to the garden. He says he needs solid evidence. I think the suspicions of a 12-year-old child is more than enough. Yes! Kalu!
My eyesight is not what it was, but that white blur could be a cat.
Oh, look. It's the stolen stuff from the museum.
I cannot pick up...
Oh, what the fuck is that there?
The window is locked, but the mechanism is a simple one.
Okay.
Well, I could make quick work of it with the right tools, and with good enough reason.
Well, there's a cat, Sherlock Holmes. Oh, a butterfly. It's huge!
Well, if there is a butterfly up there, I'll take your word for it.
Oh.
I would have struggled to see a butterfly in a tree that distance away, even as a young man.
Couldn't see it as a young man. Can't see it as an old beekeeper. Oh, dear.
There's a good little pusscat. The fat rat.
Fat rat. Okay.
There are rats inside the house, and an especially large rat was discovered outside the house. Is there a connection between the two? At the moment, I'm not certain. I will retain both pieces of information. Those 2 points. The rat has been described as abnormally large. The cat's aptitude for catching vermin may explain its interest, but not the presence of such a strange creature in Fulworth.
Tried living as a blind man. Turns out my sight was never a feature, says Sarah. So good.
I think I should retain both of these.
All right. Box of papers?
It looks like there may be documents inside.
Interesting.
I cannot see properly from here.
Right. Well, this is very intriguing. But friends, I think, unfortunately, I'm going to have to bring the stream to an end there. Because this evening I am going to play Arkham Horror with a couple of my neighbours and a pal. I mean, my neighbours are also pals, but I'm going to be playing Arkham Horror this evening. And I need, excuse me, oh no, a little time to go nip to the shop and then feed the dog and then nip round theirs. So, mysteries abound. The Beekeeper's Picnic is an absolute bloody delight. It's wonderful. I might stream it again, I don't know. we will see. Either way, I'm going to be... Sorry. I've just got a message from Shogo. How are you enjoying it, by the way? It's glorious. I'm streaming it. 'Tis rather lovely, isn't it? Now, for the benefit of the stream, go fuck yourself, Johnny. There we go. Told you. So anyway, yes, no, this has been lovely. Preston Chiodini will continue this weekend. Don't forget the Deadlands finale is on Oxventure, the Oxventure YouTube channel tomorrow. I'll be back next week streaming, because that's my job. Yep, I'll be streaming on Tuesday. And then I won't be streaming next Thursday because I'm going on tour with... God, that's soon. Going on tour with Call of Cthulhu. So if you're going to come to one of those shows, great. Either way, thank you all so very much for watching. I have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/Johnny Chiodini. There is a link in the description of this video. If you care to support me directly through that, it really does make a difference. But also, I just want to thank you for being here and chatting and super chatting and joining in with the adventures of retired detective and now beekeeper Sherlock Holmes. The Beekeeper's Picnic is a delight. Please wishlist it on stream. On Steam. Tell your friends about it. And have a lovely evening. Goodbye. Wait, where's the button? There we go. Goodbye. We didn't actually have a picnic, but they are nice. I stand by this statement.